Undercover police tracked 500,000 car movements through 6 northern cities, looking for men who went looking for prostitutes in more than one red light district. Officers used the primitive new Police National Computer, not a database, just a long, long list of car numbers and their owners.
It was spewing out numbers literally by the thousands, and they were in no order other than the time order of appearing in the prostitute areas. So if we wanted to check up and get the information about the movements of one particular vehicle, we had a huge roll, rather like a long 15-inch wide toilet roll, to roll out literally the whole of the way across the Millgarth incident room floor, and people on their hands and knees searching for one particular vehicle. We were utterly amazed, as the figures have shown, with the number of vehicles of men who were punting in prostitute areas. With each one of those, we had a potential divorce. Some men were even taking the wife's car to go and seek prostitutes. And so the wife was the first person we had to see to find out who was driving. When we were briefing the troops who were doing this inquiry, we stressed throughout our favourite phrase was "softly, softly catch your monkey."
Detectives tried to be tactful as they made house calls to follow up the sightings of cars in the prostitute areas.
Some of the people that we went to see, the male occupants of that house, namely the husband, associated with prostitutes. So we had to be very, very sensitive to that issue, had to be very diplomatic. We would have always preferred to talk to the gentleman of the house away from his wife for obvious reasons. We would say, "Excuse me, I'm a bit thirsty, do you think you could get me some water?" And 9 times out of 10 we'd get a cup of tea, which obviously would take some preparation out of that room in the kitchen, and then we could talk quickly to the husband about his association with prostitutes. But if it was quite apparent that the man was not involved with prostitutes, we used to use different tactics. For example, we used to say to the wife, "Now's your chance to get rid of your husband if you want." And that was like an icebreaker. The reactions in some houses were different. I'd been thrown out of a house for that in a comic way. In some houses, we know for a fact that it was the husband who was fingered by the wife who wanted to get rid of the husband, not because he was a murderer, but because they were going through a difficult marriage.
Police followed up thousands of sightings, among them a red Ford Corsair, registration number PHE355G. Its owner, Mr. Peter Sutcliffe, of 6 Garden Lane, Heaton, Bradford. Sutcliffe was interviewed for the 3rd time in August 1978. His car had been seen 7 times in the red light areas of Leeds and Bradford. He told the police he was on his way to work, and his wife said they rarely went out at night.